The first of two main events here in Brooklyn. A few moments ago, Stephanie McMahon said she wanted a revolution. And that revolution started here at NXT.
The revolution being spearheaded by the likes of Sasha Banks and Bayley. Extraordinary women who give it their all and leave everything in that ring night after night.
We don't put our women in the main event. Our women are the main event.
The title's on the line. NXT Women's Championship. The boss, Sasha Banks, versus the ultimate underdog, Bayley. They're struggling for control right now. Bayley changing position. Here we go with Bayley.
Bayley is showing her true colors. Red with anger. She's flipped the switch and the light is on.
Great offense by Bayley. And look at from a back suplex.
These two know each other about as well as anybody.
The history between these two goes back for years, doesn't it, Renee?
Yeah, they both joined NXT around the same time, have battled each other on numerous occasions, but their path...
Bayley on the offensive. Tattooed with a double axe handle.
Got her!
Forearm to the face.
Oh, nothing fancy about that.
Harsh impact. Oh, well-measured strike. Sasha finding herself in trouble here. Her championship is in jeopardy.
If you think there's a snowball's chance that she's going to lose the title in the biggest night ever in NXT, you're out of your mind.
I think there's more than a snowball's chance. There's a huge possibility that Bayley realizes her dream.
Great offense by Bayley. Elbow right to the nose. Stomping down.
Oh, she knows that one works.
Uh-oh.
No way! Good God!
Inverted Frankensteiner.
And Bayley evades that one.
Sasha Banks is just one step ahead tonight. Boss rolling on all cylinders.
Here she goes, back in the ring now. Remember, Bayley had to go through Charlotte and Becky Lynch to become the #1 contender.
Sasha Banks telling Bayley, you're just not good enough. That Becky Lynch and Charlotte were threats. You are not a threat.
Hey, that's just more fuel for Bayley's fire. There's only so many times you can take being mislabeled and misjudged and not being taken seriously. Believe me, Bayley's had enough.
I agree. I mean, come on. You defeat women of Charlotte and Becky's caliber and still don't receive the respect of the champion? It should dig at Bayley. I completely understand.
Byron, where do you think this unrelenting hatred Sasha Banks has for Bayley comes from?
I honestly believe that Sasha Banks sees a bit of herself in Bayley. Because when Sasha first came here, she was that girl, that innocent girl who wanted to do the right thing. Was happy with a handshake and a pat on the back.
Okay. I'm going to cut you off here because you're delusional. There is no way that Sasha Banks sees any of Bayley in herself. Sasha was born to be the boss. Born to be the best. She is revolutionizing the game and doesn't have time for people like Bayley. She's evolved. She's grown up, while Bayley has arrested development. Bayley's still a 15-year-old girl at heart.
Oh, I think Sasha couldn't find success the way she initially had hoped to, the way Bayley is doing it now. And she holds some bitterness in her heart because of it.
And again!
I wasn't expecting this killer instinct from Bayley. She's showing...
Sasha Banks on the attack.
This is where Sasha Banks is at her best.
You know, I think Byron brought up a good theory, Graves. Sasha's an evolution of that girl who's just happy to be here. She didn't just wake up being the boss. She had to evolve into that. And now tonight's the night for Bayley to become more. And not just because she's a girl who's satisfied of getting the opportunity. We've seen a more intense side of Bayley lately, and that's part of the maturation process, don't you think?
Don't even try, Renee. You're just trying to project. The boss has nothing in common with Bayley. She pities Bayley. Sasha feels bad for her. She's annoyed with her. She wants her out of the picture altogether.
And again, yet another counter. When you look at this,
It looks like they both did their homework heading into this one.
and there's the reversal from Sasha Banks.
Hung out to dry across the middle rope.
Leg drop guillotine.
I have to say, Corey, there is no sense of a lack of confidence on the part of the champ.
She's supremely confident with great reason. The boss is someone you should aspire to be, while Bayley's been a false role model. Every single girl should look up to Sasha Banks.
False role model? You're so off base, Graves. Girls around the arena are dressed up as Bayley. She's nothing but positive vibes. It's impossible to not root for this woman. Girls want to see this Bayley fairy tale happen.
Well, fairy tales, unfortunately, don't have happy endings when you're facing the best, when you're facing the NXT Women's Champion.
It is unbelievable what these athletes have been putting each other through.
Absolutely pushing each other beyond any normal human's limits. Setting up. Right to the kidneys from behind. Do you guys honestly believe the NXT Universe wants to see a headband-wearing little girl as their champion? That's what we'll get if Bayley wins.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with a good headband on a girl. I mean, it's functional in a fight, and I find Bayley's side ponytail to be quite adorable. As long as you keep the scrunchies off the wrist, then we're all good.
Renee, I think Corey was talking more about Bayley being childish and not a good fit to represent the championship, not specifically her headband.
Oh, well, then you're just wrong, Graves. Obviously, by the sound in Brooklyn tonight, the NXT Universe would love Bayley as the NXT Women's Champion, and I'm on board with them.
The first of two main events here in Brooklyn. A few moments ago, Stephanie McMahon said she wanted a revolution, and that revolution started here at NXT.
The revolution being spearheaded by the likes of Sasha Banks and Bayley. Extraordinary women who give it their all and leave everything in that ring night after night.
I have to echo the sentiments of Triple H from earlier today. We don't put our women in the main event. Our women are the main event.
The title's on the line. NXT Women's Championship. The boss, Sasha Banks, versus the ultimate underdog, Bayley.
No quarter being given by either competitor. You have to believe this was going to be decided by the smallest of margins.
An impressive series of moves.
Looks like nobody's budging, Cole.
No, another reversal.
Neither one of them are willing to give an inch here.
Wow, what a sequence. She's really taking it to her core here, and you can't argue with the results. A surprising reversal from Sasha Banks. And another reversal.
Seems like we're back where we began, Michael.
Back to the torso here.
Eliminate the core. This is a great move.
She's really taking it to her core, attacking the core now. She's really taking it to her core here, and you can't argue with the results. Going in after the upper body.
And it's targeted attacks like this that put people on shelves for a very...
She's really taking it to her core here. Taking it to the midsection. She's going after her midsection again.
And can you blame her? It practically has a target.
She's really taking it to her core here, and you can't argue with the results. Going after after the upper body.
And it's targeted at... Attacks like this that put people on shelves for a very long time.
She's going after her midsection again. And can you taking it to the midsection?
These attacks to the core are clearly having a...
She's really taking it to her core here.
And you can't argue with the results.
Byron, looking at Sasha Banks and Bayley, do you think that Sasha is still underestimating Bayley?
I think she is. Sasha could get in Bayley's face and talk all the trash she wants about being better. And Bayley is tired of hearing that, tired of being disrespected.
Byron, there's a reason why Sasha's on Raw and SmackDown and Bayley's not. You want to know the biggest difference between Sasha Banks and Bayley? It's the NXT women
attacking the core now.
Yeah, without your core, Michael, you are essentially useless.
Whoa, it's another reversal. She's going after her midsection. Back to the torso here. She's really taking it to her core. Here.
And you can't argue with the results.
The first of two main events here in Brooklyn. A few moments ago, Stephanie McMahon said she wanted a revolution, and that revolution started here at NXT.
The revolution being spearheaded by the likes of Sasha Banks and Bayley. Extraordinary women who give it their all and leave everything in that ring night after night.
I have to echo the sentiments of Triple H from earlier today. We don't put our women in the main event. Our women are the main event.
The title's on the line. NXT Women's Championship. The Boss. She's really taking it to her core here.
And you can't argue with the results.
Going after the upper body.
And it's targeted attacks like this that put people on shelves for a very long time.
She's going after her midsection again.
And can you blame her? It practically has a target on it at this point.
Attacking the core now.
Yeah, without your core, Michael, you are essentially useless.
She's going after her midsection again.
And can you blame her? It practically has a target on it at this point.
Back to the torso here.
Eliminate the core. This is a great...
She's going after her midsection again.
And can you blame her? It practically has a target on it at this point.
Just assaulting the torso here.
Clearly part of the game plan, Michael.
That's how you wear down your opponent.
She's really taking it to her core here.
And you can't argue with the result.
Just assaulting the torso here.
Clearly part of the game plan, Michael.
Going after the upper body.
And it's targeted attacks like this.
She's really taking it to her core here.
And you can't argue with the results.
You know, Renee, Bayley is out here with a lot to prove. Her family is in attendance and behind her, but we've seen Bayley fail in this situation before.
Yeah, her mom's watched her lose these championship matches before. And listen, Bayley has said countless times she's just tired of letting people down, tired of letting herself down, tired of letting these opportunities slip through her fingers.
Hey, tonight is different, though. Bayley feels it. The NXT Universe feels it. And soon, Sasha Banks is going to feel it, too.
And this incredible match continues. Bayley driven into the corner.
Bayley's certainly bringing the best that she's got, but it's just not enough to take down the Boss.
The Boss is so confident in her element right now, and Bayley's taking switching in this match.
Banks is down.
This has got to be it.
Cover for Bayley and a kick out.
Oh, got a heart attack there.
Remember, Bayley had to go through Charlotte and Becky Lynch to become the #1 contender.
Sasha Banks telling Bayley, you're just not good enough. That Becky Lynch and Charlotte were threats. You are not a threat.
Hey, that's just more fuel for Bayley's fire. There's only so many times you can take being mislabeled and misjudged and not being taken seriously. Believe me, Bayley's had enough.
I agree. I mean, come on. You defeat women of Charlotte and Becky's caliber and still don't receive the respect of the...
Look at this.
Taking it to the midsection.
These attacks to the core are clearly having an effect here, Cole.
Sasha doesn't believe that Bayley can get the job done tonight. Part of that reasoning is that Bayley has beaten Sasha twice for a #1 contender spot, but lost both of her title matches against then-champion Charlotte, at which point Sasha then targeted Bayley for wasting an opportunity.
And that's the issue Bayley is trying to fight here. Being so close to the finish line, but never being able to cross it.
Oh, what a chop!
That'll light you up.
She's really taking it back to the torso here.
Eliminate the core. This is a great move.
Here she goes.
She's really taking it to the midsection. She's really taking it to her core here.
And you can't argue with the results.
Look out. Here we go. All the way for the top.
She's really taking it to her core here.
And you can't argue with the results.
To Byron's point before, Bayley winning can be very inspirational. But the truth is, sometimes you don't cross the finish line. You just end up living as runner-up.
That's a very defeatist attitude, Graves. Sometimes coming in second only makes you want it more. It can give you the knowledge you need to get over that hump to reach your goal.
You say defeatist, I say realist. Look, Bayley has the biggest opportunity of her life in front of her. She's going to have to fight until she can't fight anymore. I'll give her all the credit in the world. She is tough. She's just not tough enough to beat the Boss.
Byron, where do you think this unrelenting hatred Sasha Banks has for Bayley comes from? Bayley sends her opponent outside the ring.
If the hunger has her in her sights.
Back to the torso here.
Eliminate the core. This is a great move.
Look at Bayley here with the emphatic offense.
We are beginning to reach a point of desperation in this match.
These athletes' bodies can only take them so far. You have to imagine they're reaching their breaking point.
Bringing it back into the ring. She's going after her midsection again.
And can you blame her? It practically has a target on it at this point.
Just assaulting the torso here. Clearly part of it, she's really taking it to her core here.
And you can't argue with the results.
Up goes Bayley.
Look out!
She's really taking it to her core here.
And you can't argue with the results.
Going after the upper body.
And it's targeted attacks like this that put people on shelves for a...
Look at Bayley and Sasha. This has been one hell of a match. Bayley with the elbow. Sasha hung on.
Once again to the injured hand. Brilliant strategy by Banks.
Just a clear on.
Well, this is the beginning of the end for the huggable one. Look at this ruthlessness from Banks.
Yeah, but that's why Sasha Banks is known as the boss. Taking over here.
Now, poor Bayley, this is such a bad situation for her right now. Sasha just focusing on that injured hand.
A terrible situation.
There is no feasible way for Bayley to win a fight with one hand against Sasha Banks.
I wouldn't discount Bayley just yet, Greg. I mean, yeah, she's in a bit of trouble right now. She's still got fight in her.
Your eyes working okay, Renee. Now is the time to start discounting Bayley. She's done.
Oh, no!
The steps.
This is bad news for Bayley.
Banks just taking her time. Sasha Banks now just torturing and attacking her. Oh, God.
Yeah, I don't know how Bayley's going to come back from this one. I mean, her hand's done. Imagine what that's going to do to the rest of your body.
Bayley in serious trouble. And now, what is Banks doing?
Unfortunately, the feel-good story will not have a happy end. Oh, my God, she may have a broken hand.
A relentless assault by Banks.
I have never seen the champ this aggressive, this ruthless.
Bayley is in trouble. Bayley is hurt.
The official's thinking about stopping this one with good reason.
I don't know how Bayley can come back right now. I mean, you can't gain any momentum after that.
Oh, my God!
Sasha's where she loves to be right now, right in the spotlight.
That's awesome.
Oh, man, right to the arm.
Hyperextend your elbow.
3. Russian leg sweep.
I think the boss has been enjoying her handiwork. She's been running her mouth, smiling, looking beautiful while she dismantles Bayley.
Yeah, Sasha loves this. Loves to hurt. Loves to get in your head and talk trash. Gonna do whatever it takes to throw you off your game.
Back now inside the ring.
Bayley on the offensive.
In the corner now. Monkey flip. Oh, what a drop.
On the mark.
Face crusher.
Oh, a reversal by Bayley. Bayley, what's she looking for here?
She's going after her midsection again.
And can you blame her? It practically has a target on it at this point. Here it comes, looking for the Bayley to belly. Sasha Banks sinking down her
back.
Banks rolls through, shoulders down. Oh! Trying to hang on.
Great counter by Banks.
Oh! Face first. Sasha.
This has got to be it. Can Bayley hang in there?
Banks statement.
This is where the fairy tale ends.
Is Bayley going to tap?
Sasha Banks trying to snuff out the hopes and dreams of Bayley.
Sasha
Look
Banks
at
has
this.
none of it.
A ruthless boss just stomping on the injured hand. Thanks for coming, Bayley.
How the hell is Bayley still in this match?
Banks counters back to the center of the ring, but no!
What a reversal, what a counter!
Bayley with the Banks statement.
Locked in.
Can you imagine beating Sasha with her own finishing move, her own submission move?
We humiliate the boss. Sasha luckily makes it to the ropes, forcing the break. The damage has been done.
Now, what's Bayley got to do now? What's the next move?
Bayley has her inner sights. And there's the reversal from Sasha Banks.
Not again. One of these competitors is eventually going to have to gain the upper hand.
Oh, Bayley Connor.
Hurricane Rana.
Beautiful. These superstars must be feeding off the WWE Universe.
This place is starting to rock.
Butterfly suplex. face. Elbow drop.
Piercing.
Hip drop.
I've been waiting to see that.
Bayley's showing she's more than hugs.
Yeah, she's able to tap into an energy source few others can. Oh, stomping away.
Using the elbow as a weapon. Oh, man, that hurt the back. Spine rattling.
Sasha Banks avoided that attack and hit back even harder.
Yet another counter.
So they're both somehow one step ahead of each other.
She's got her where she wants her. And there's the reversal from Sasha Banks.
The boss looking to end it. The boss looking to end this. The big statement locked in.
Oh, Bayley's dreams about to end here in this match. Can she hang on? Can she hold on?
We're finding out what Bayley's made of.
And she's able to break out of it.
The lesson to learn here, Cole, is that you can never count her out.
Float over. And do it. DDT.
Fight.
Boom. A leg drop. Hurricane Rana.
Looks like she's struggling for air. And that's a direct result of this continued assault on the torso.
Elbow drop.
Piercing.
Look at this. Hip drop.
I've been waiting to see that. Drops the hammer right on the lower back. Oh my God, what impact.
She's dazed in the corner there.
Bayley, what's she looking for here?
And yet another attack on the torso.
The referee might need to make a tough decision here, Michael. Here it is! Bayley to belly! Gonna see a new champ!
She certainly looked to be in trouble to me.
Elbow drop! Now momentum is in the corner of Bayley.
She's able to turn it on at will.
There's electricity running through this arena right now.
Will it be the spark for one of these competitors? Arm draped across the middle rope.
She's got to remember to get back in the ring before the referee's 10 count. Bringing it back into the ring. Oh, the reversal by Bayley.
Bayley's on the attack.
Running leg drop. Elbow drop.
Piercing.
Devastating elbow. Oh, man, right across the chest. Oh, what impact. Sasha Banks avoids major damage there.
She got lucky.
Bayley in full control here.
Oh, and Bayley with a suplex. There's Bayley.
Bayley's got to be looking for something big here.
What do you think she's thinking about doing here, Bayley?
Anything she wants, she's in complete control. Oh my God, heading up top.
I'm not sure I like what's about to happen here. Bayley has got something crazy in mind.
I kind of love it.
Whoa! Look at Bayley here with the emphatic offense.
She's calling her out.
Bayley's got it hooked.
Bayley to belly. We could have a new champion.
But now can Bayley
And the cover for the win.
This is it.
Bodies have been decimated, fortitude has been tested, and these fans are showing their approval of these superstars' performance.
Hoping to end it here. She's going for the cover. Bayley's done it. Bayley's done it.
Here is your winner, and the new NXT Women's Champion, Bayley!
The culmination of years of verbal abuse, being told you are just not good enough. Bayley shook everything off, stuck to her guns, and is now the new NXT Women's Champion.
The dream of an 11-year-old girl from San Jose, California, who's now established herself as the new boss of NXT, your new champion.
We found out what lengths Bayley was willing to go through to achieve her dreams, to dethrone the boss